Hi, I'm with Melanie Wright, who is running for trustee for the York Region District School Board. Melanie, welcome to Bullet Point News.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us. So, Melanie, you're running for trustee. Have you worked in educational administration before?
I have not. My background comes from being a school council member for the last 12 years at a local school in Stouffville.
Okay. What are some of the guiding ethics and principles that you practice that would help our Stouffville voters with their decision?
I think overall, getting to know the community. So, as I said, I've been a school council member with Oscar Peterson for the last 12 years in Stouffville. So I've, been working closely with the community, with teachers, with administration, with parents. And I think that giving back is very important. Obviously, it's a volunteer position. So giving back, learning to communicate with all different levels, from parents to all the way up to admin, and then, organizing with community members as well. So I think that's key, an important role in being a good trustee because you need to be able to communicate with the community. And then you also have to build a rapport with your fellow trustees, which I think is essential in being a strong trustee.
Great. What main concerns will you address for the people of Stouffville who attend primary and high schools?
I think one of the biggest concerns right now in Stouffville is the um, current trustee is not, well, was not able to communicate basically for the last 4 years. And even when she was able to communicate, she refused to. So I think that the Stouffville community and Aurora, I don't want to leave Aurora out because that's part of it as well. They're looking for someone that's going to be able to help them bring their voice to the table. And I think that I can do that as a strong trustee. I have a lot of experience, as I said, on school council. I also have a background in customer service. So I know how to listen to what people want and to bring their ideas forward to the table.
Stouffville District Secondary School is currently at capacity in terms of numbers of students. The Catholic school is opening next September. Will this be enough to address future overcrowding concerns?
That's a great question. I didn't know that the Stouffville School was at capacity. Um, I don't know that opening the Catholic school would help. I think it might help alleviate because I know, for example, my daughter in grade 9 has made some friends that are from the Catholic board. They went public school or elementary school, I should say, but now they're going to a public school because their closest Catholic school is a far bus ride away, which I know is not convenient for a lot of people. So I think it would hopefully help to alleviate some of the overcrowding and keep us at capacity, if not under. But yeah, I guess that's to be seen next year when the new school opens, and could be something that we definitely need to work on.
How will you engage and empower our parents to participate in the decision-making process?
Um, I think reaching out to the constituents, other than just having a here's my email, I think that being open and accessible through email, through phone calls, and asking for feedback through various means of communication with the schools, through administrators in the schools as well, and through partnering with the parent councils and being able to go out and visit, attend meetings with parent councils. I think that's a really good way of getting feedback from every school and every different community to find out what their needs are and communicate that way.
What about empowering our students in the decision-making process?
Working with the student trustees, I think, is important. Students definitely bring a different voice and a different set of eyes. And I think that's really important to get their views. Um, Again, not only the student trustees, but student councils in the high schools. So I think the student councils in the high schools can play a key role in bringing the student voice forward.
When you are advocating on behalf of our Stouffville parents and students, what will be the priorities?
My priorities will be their priorities. So it's hard to say because, I've touched base with some of them, but until I'm elected and have that ability to find out exactly what the concerns are, my goal is to go to council meetings if I'm elected for each school within the region within the first 6 months, and sit in on their council with their council members, parents, admin, and find out exactly what's going on in each school so I can address the concerns that are happening throughout the different school communities because every school has different needs.
What federal or provincial political party would you most identify with and why?
That's a good question. I would have to say that I identify mostly with Liberal Party, but it's hard to say. I'm not every time I don't vote the same way. It depends on the issues at hand and what's going on at the time of elections and what's gone on for the last, well, sometimes 4 years. Lately, it hasn't been 4 years. We've gone to the polls more often. But lately, it has been Liberal. I think they're doing a good job of giving back and helping us through the COVID crisis. But there's good things and bad things about every party, I think.
What would you like to say to undecided voters?
To undecided voters, I would have to say do your research. It's very important to learn about the trustees and what each one brings to the table. Find out who they're supporting and what their background is and why they're looking to be a school trustee. An interesting thing I found out this week was that the ETFO sent out communication to all 50 trustees that are running, all candidates. And of that, they sent a survey. Only 21 of the 50 trustees responded to the survey. I'm happy to say I was one of them. But, that tells a lot. I think some people are running just to run. Others really do truly care. I am one of those that truly cares. I've answered all the surveys. I've met with parents. I've responded to emails. I've responded to messages through my Facebook page. And I think I'm a great choice for a school trustee. Yeah, do your research. That would be my key point.
Great. Is there anything else you would like to say to the audience at Bullet Point News?
I would just like to say I'd be happy to represent Stouffville and Aurora as your school board trustee. I bring a great voice to the table, strong leadership, my commitment to open and honest communication. If I don't know the answer, I will get the answer and I will respond within a timely manner. I've been in Stouffville for 15 years. I think a local candidate is key. There are some candidates running that aren't local. So as I said, it's important to do your research. And I'm hoping that on, either early voting or on the 24th, that everyone in Stouffville goes out and makes the right vote.
Great. Thank you so much, Melanie.
Thank you.